Everyone thought wireless retail would be dead, that stores would be going away. 6 years later, we're actually seeing growth in the number of stores.
I see it as becoming the growth engine as we go. Internet is the next big thing in the prepaid. People want internet all the time.
But I think we'll see increasing moves in general for prepaid stores to sell internet access.
Welcome, everybody. I'm excited to have Jeff Moore, principal at Wave7, on our podcast, talking prepaid and talking wireless and technology. Thank you for making the time to speak with me.
Thank you for having me, Ahmed.
Definitely. It's a long relationship, and we work together. We spoke at the same time numerous times, and in the past 20 years.
Yes, it's been quite a while, and we really appreciate your support for the expo in Vegas.
Definitely. Thank you so much. Thank you for inviting me as well and having a great event like this. Okay, in a quick 45 seconds, where do you see the prepaid going as we see on the ground right now?
What we're seeing is domination by a small number of carriers, the national carriers, because what we saw several years ago, Verizon purchased TracFone and gained 20 million subscribers. And so so Verizon went from being and also ran in the prepaid market to being the number one player. And then T-Mobile bought Kaiena Corporation, which had Mint Mobile and Ultra Mobile, and gained 3.5 million subscribers that way. So and AT&T continues to be successful with its Cricket brand. So you have the three national carriers, to some extent a fourth, with Boost being out there separately, although it's an MVNO of AT&T, really dominating the landscape. So we've seen more power for the national carriers and less presence from smaller and independent carriers.
Correct. I see that. I couldn't agree more. Wireless is changing quickly. I want your perspective on where the growth is actually coming from.
I think that the growth is coming from more data, meaning mobile hotspot. There's always an increasing demand for data on the phone, but also mobile hotspot. And I think that thinking about the dealers, I think that phone repair is always an option. And from phone repair, you can always bridge into other things like technology services, support services, security, internet sales, and other things. True.
Okay. Prepaid used to be viewed as a secondary, like, oh, prepaid, nobody want to take a look at, like, I don't want to say, but it wasn't like right now. I remember back in the 90s when I said the word prepaid, people didn't even know what's prepaid. Right now, everybody's looking for prepaid. My question where I'm going is, today major carriers are putting serious attention, spending money, bragging about their prepaid on 5G. Is that where the growth is going to go coming in the numbers as far as wireless subscribers?
That definitely is an avenue for growth, and we're seeing it in terms of the growth of prepaid stores. So when the pandemic hit in 2020, everyone thought wireless retail would be dead, that stores would be going away. But we're actually seeing, here we are 6 years later, and we're seeing growth in the number of stores. And that's largely because of Verizon has decided to really invest in its total wireless business, and it's grown to have more than 2,300 stores. And so in general, we're seeing increased investment, increased activity. And you look at the All Wireless and Prepaid Expo, our expo has grown. We had about 4,900 attendees last year, and the nightlife has grown. Now we have 4 different carriers who are throwing big parties after during the evenings. So in general, we're seeing a lot of growth and energy into prepaid wireless.
A lot of prepaid energy, and I see it, and I see it as becoming the engine, the growth engine as we go. I'm glad that you're the eyes and the ears out there, and you see what's going on. You get more information about all carriers, and that's what I like about Jeff Judge. He just look at everything and just say, hey, this is what's going on, this is what's happening. I see more growth here. I can say your sentences sometimes can shift things and focus, and others not taking a dip in what's really going on the ground, and that's where you come, and that's where Wave7 comes, and we appreciate it absolutely. Handsets. I believe handsets are becoming one of the biggest weapon in prepaid. So let's say this: is it handsets, or is it the plans, or is it both that dominate the market?
Well, when people ask me to say what's the difference between postpaid and prepaid, we say that the main difference is handsets. So if you look at AT&T, Verizon, and T-Mobile, the main thing that people purchase is iPhones. It's like 70% of the devices that are purchased, and about 25% are Samsung devices, and they're usually high-end Galaxy Z devices, Galaxy S devices. So for postpaid, everyone has to have the latest and greatest and the best phones. And in prepaid, people generally want what's the least expensive phone that can actually get the job done. So that's one of the big differences between the two.
Correct. So we're seeing major brand complete, like they're becoming more aggressive. Do you see the free phone model slowing down or going away one day?
I don't see it going away. One thing that we do see that's new and different this year is there's more emphasis than before on bring your phone. So we've had a price point of $25 for unlimited data for people who bring their own phones. Now we're seeing certain carriers stick their toe into the water of $20 per month for unlimited if you bring your own phone. We're seeing increased energy from Boost in particular at retail for bring your own phone. And one other thing that we've seen in the last couple of years is that even at Walmart, which is a huge venue for prepaid sales, is that they have their prepaid phone offers from a lot of the top brands, especially Straight Talk, that are sold at Walmart.
Yes, yes. Where do you think the wireless carriers need to pay attention? Where do you think that they need to pay more attention to capture more business? Because a lot of people switching from postpaid to prepaid. I've been in wireless stores. I'm standing there, and someone walks in and say, "I got 3 lines on AT&T, and I'm tired of their overcharges." Is going to continue the prepaid taking from the postpaid?
So yes, I think that there are some customers who are interested in getting a lower cost experience and moving over from a national carrier to a prepaid carrier. Visible and Mint Mobile are 2 examples of that. People have realized they can pay a lot less and get perfectly good service with Mint Mobile or with Visible, other carriers as well. So that's one possibility. But also the carriers have their programs to migrate their prepaid carriers from prepaid to postpaid. T-Mobile, for example, has the smartphone equality program, and we see other similar efforts from other carriers as well. So that sort of balances the situation.
Yes, and you know what? Right before the pandemic, maybe 2 years before the pandemic, my bill was $75. Today, I'm paying 40. I'm paying almost 50% less, and I'm getting the same value, and actually a little bit more. I get some roaming in Mexico and Canada and South America. I'm in love with my prepaid service. Now, you see, AI is coming strong. AI is going to become all over. AI and everything, from camera, from calling, from software and everything. But in order for them to push AI, we need more fiber internet all over the country. Can you see one day, is fiber or internet ever going to be an MVNO?
I don't think that's going to be an MVNO, but I think that the national carriers are going to increasingly push fiber internet as well as wireless internet via their prepaid dealers. I think that's one evolution that we're going to see very strongly in the next couple of years. We've already started to see Verizon push Fios via some of the total wireless stores that they have in the Northeast. We're seeing AT&T put their toe into the water. They're already selling AT&T Internet Air at the more than 4,000 Cricket stores. Will they sell fiber there? We've seen some indications that they're looking at it. T-Mobile is deploying more fiber increasingly. And right now they're selling wireless internet at all their stores. Will there be a big push for them to sell fiber internet in some of their stores as well?
Yes. It's a matter of time. I see fiber will get popular. I don't know if it's going to be any soon MVNO, but it will be becoming popular. Internet is the next big thing in the prepaid. People want internet. People want internet all the time. Family of low income, they can't get the fiber, the $60, $70, $80, maybe sometimes $90 with packages. At least they can get some internet, prepaid internet. Definitely.
And I think that is an opportunity for some of the prepaid carriers is to sell this internet, even if they don't actually own the product. And if you're an independent MVNO, you probably don't own the product. You don't own the fiber or coaxial access to the home. So the best you can do is to be an agent. But certainly that is an option. Boost for many years has acted as an agent of the cable companies and selling cable internet in Boost stores. Now we're seeing Starlink increasingly being sold by Boost dealers as well. So one thing that Wave7 Research has just reported is that there are now 1,400 Boost stores where you can purchase Starlink internet. But I think we'll see increasing moves in general for prepaid stores to sell internet access.
I love it. Yes, stores need help. Actually, it's not only the consumer need the best deals. Stores need to have more revenue and make more money. We're getting close to the end. I just have a couple more questions. Exclusive or multi-carrier?
We're seeing more energy from the exclusive stores in general, in part because Total Wireless went from having no stores several years ago to having more than 2,300 stores now. That being said, we think that there are still more than 7,000 stores out there where the services of multiple carriers are sold. And we do a survey for that every quarter. And Simple Mobile usually wins it. They do very, very well in the multi-carrier dealer channel, but Ultra Mobile also does very, very well in that channel. They win the survey on occasion. H2O Wireless is broadly sold. Gent Mobile does well. Verizon Prepaid and AT&T Prepaid also do well in the survey.
Good, good. Each one of them has their own flavor and their mentality and mindset. I see what you mean. It's gonna be fun, man. I can't wait to be on the Prepaid show. I can't wait to see you again and talk about speeches and everything. What do you have to tell people about the trade show, the expo?
Well, it's been getting bigger and better every year. As I mentioned, the nightlife has been one thing in particular that we're looking forward to. At least 4 carriers are having events, and we're going to be bringing to the stage more than 25 different experts and thought leaders from around the prepaid industry, including you, Ahmed. So glad to have you back on the show as well.
Thank you so much. Can't wait to see you. Can't wait to see Jeff and connect in person. This is one of my favorite shows. This is one of my favorite time because we really get. It's becoming like the releasing the new, information, a new project, and new products, and it brings everybody together. Thank you so much. Thank you to you, to Robin, Lisa, I believe, to everybody who put this great conference together, man. Thank you so much for doing it for many years, and many years to come.
Well, it's been a pleasure, and Ahmed, look forward to seeing you in Las Vegas.
Thank you, my friend. Thank you so much.